So just finding your spots. If you could have a chair today, that would be great. We're going to work with the chair. So welcome to Therapeutic Yoga. Today we're going to be working with neck and shoulders and the whole body as a counterpose to all the sitting we do. When you're ready, inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees. Release neck and shoulders down. Just keep this going to arrive in the room. Feeling the feet, feeling the legs. If you like adding a humming sound. You can keep humming, or you can om, or just breathe normally. Bringing the feet together. Inhale, coming up on the toes. And exhale, coming down. You can keep that going, or if you're ready, staying up on the toes. I'm going to do a few more repeating, but feel free to stay in the position. Inhale up, exhale down, or just staying. And if you like, staying with me. I have my palms together. You can also interlock the fingers. Exhale, coming to one side. And you can take the lower arm down or leave it up. Inhale, center, coming up onto the toes if you like. Exhale, other side. I'm just going to let someone in. Just keep this going side to side. And you're very welcome to come to the class late because I know how it is running from meetings. So feel free. This is your time. And when you're ready, maybe staying on one side. So you can stay like this, or you can hold opposite elbows, which is my preference. And you can also fold that outer foot over the inner foot. So the side you're on, that foot crossing it over. And just breathing here. And switching sides. All right, let's do a forward bend. Let's do it with the chair or without. So inhale, arms coming up. You can interlock the fingers if you like. And exhale, forward bend. Coming to the chair, bending the knees. Inhale, coming up, interlocking the fingers. Exhale, forward bend. Now, if this is hurting your lower back, you can try with the arms at the sides. So inhale, up, and exhale, sides, and even sliding the arms down the legs. So there are days when the lower back doesn't like that weight. So just respecting that. And if you bend your knees, it gives your back some more support. So your feet are hip width apart. Just bending the knees enough to be comfortable. When you're ready, staying in your forward bend. I'm going to use the chair today. You can be closer to the chair. You can have your forehead on the chair. You can have your arms straight. Or you can come back into almost a downward facing dog. That's what I'm going to choose. I'm going to exhale, bend my knees, inhale, straighten and look up. So this is more like a downward facing dog. And you might want to go into a full forward bend. And just gradually coming up, hands on the legs. Inhale halfway, exhale, stay. Inhale the rest of the way. And just notice how you feel. All right. So we're going to move into some warrior now. So you're going to bring one foot forward, the other foot back. Inhale, arms at the sides. And exhale, forward bend. So you can do this halfway. You can do this with your hands on the chair or all the way. Okay, so I'm going to do it without the chair just so you can see me a little better. And I don't know about you, but I'm always surprised how every day is so different. One day the body allows me to do one thing, another day allows me to do another. Another, there's a little ache or pain going on. Another day, everything feels perfect, so you just kind of have to go with the flow. And just finishing up, this one is opening neck and shoulders and stretching the legs. If it's comfortable, stepping back, and then you're going to step forward with the other side. Again, you can do this with the chair if you like. Inhale, arms at the sides. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, coming up. That forward bend, the leg can also be bent. I like to straighten mine, but that is an option. Exhale, forward bend. Your hands can be on a chair or coming forward. You can also have your hands on blocks. Just keep this going. Notice if one side's different than the other. After doing it around 6 times, just finishing up. And stepping back. Notice how you feel. All right, we're going to do a side balance. We haven't done that this term yet. So your feet are going to be together if that's comfortable. You're going to inhale, bring your arms up. I'll just go a little closer to you. And exhale, you're going to come to the side. Now you can leave your foot on the ground, or you can see if you can lift it off. Inhale, center, trying to do that with control. And exhale, other side. And just keep that going. And you can try balancing for a moment, holding after exhale in the pose, drawing the belly in. Just have a little pause in the breath. Hold after exhale. And see if you can extend that. So I'm doing this rhythmic movement to bring a little fun into this rainy day, because I don't know about you, but sometimes during the rainy fall, I was like, oh, it's just too much heaviness in the environment. So I try to lighten things up in my life. Every time it's sunny, I go outside, at least for an hour. Get some of that vitamin D. And I try to do things like this, more playful movements, rhythmic movements. Just finishing up. And release. Okay, we're going to use this chair in a special way for another kind of side balance. But before we do that, I'm going to warm you up for it. We're going to do some triangle. So your feet creating a triangle, one leg width apart approximately or less. Turning your feet towards your left. I'm going to cue it on a particular side. I'm mirroring you, so it looks like me, what you're doing. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, you're going to come towards that leg. Now you can pull up on the knee, or you can put a micro bend to have the knee tracking over the second toe. That top arm can be on your waist, your lower back, palm up or down, whatever works for your shoulder. The basis of the pose is having those shoulders aligned, so you're creating all these triangles with your body. And there's another one if you do that. And you just go up and down. Inhale and exhale. Now, the arms are weights, so if this is bothering your back, just remove the arms. Just slide up and down. I know a lot of people have lower back pain, so you can always get rid of some of that weight by removing the arms. I'm doing that around 6 times, up and down. And then maybe staying here for a few breaths. So just see how that feels. See if you're warm enough to do that. Give that a bigger stretch. You might go down a little further. Draw the belly in. Some of you will be able to look to the sky. My neck doesn't like that. You can also look down if it's bothering your neck. Look down and even away, and the top hand, you can bring it away from you. And then gradually come up. And come to the center and go to the other side. So we'll repeat about 6 times and then stay. If stay doesn't work, just keep repeating. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, imagine that wall behind you. Draw the belly in. Try to align those shoulders. Again, you can get rid of the arms and just work on aligning the shoulders. Don't worry about going down. That's not the point. It's keeping that alignment. Inhale, up. Exhale, your front hip draws back and your back hip opens. So it's kind of an unusual position to put the body in. Lots of benefits. Now that knee that you're going towards, you might want to micro bend it if you've got any knee issues, because that could be a lot of strain for a knee joint. And up and down. And after you've done around 6 times, you're going to stay. And just see how it feels to stay here. Are you able to look straight ahead? Are you able to look up? Maybe look down. How's that feel? Maybe the top arm back. That's going to feel good for your neck and shoulders. You might gradually come a little lower. Keep that nice line. This involves a lot of core strength. Coming out of it, inhale. Parallel, exhale, release. Now we're warmed up for the balance I'm going to do. I know some of you are going to enjoy this. I teach this different ways. I'm going to try to do this in a very safe, simple way with the chair, but some of you will step it up. So I'm just going to forewarn you. So we're going to come to the chair. I'm just a little bit away from the chair. I'm bringing my hands to the chair. We did that for bend earlier. I think I'll remove my sweater so you can see my lines a little better of the pose. All right, so in this position, I'm going to bring my front leg back. And then, so that's the beginning. So some of you might just do that. And I'm aligning my hip and my ankle. And then some of you are going to open that hip a little bit or a lot. Sorry, not open the hip. Yes, open the hip and open the shoulders. You're opening both. And if you can, you add the top arm. And I recommend looking straight ahead if you can. Try to draw the belly in. And if you've got a video in front of you that you can look at, you can actually see if your hip is aligned. So video can be helpful, or just looking at your screen. And when you're ready, coming out of that, and we're going to switch sides. I'm going to switch my chair so you can see me better. No need for you to do that. So going to the other side. So my outer leg, bringing up, or for you, the other leg. This is my easy side, so I find this one much easier to teach, this side. And then opening that hip, opening the shoulders. You can have your hand on your lower back, forgot to mention that. Okay, so the foundation, I'm trying to bring that leg up so that it's aligned. Your hand can be in the center of the chair if you feel more stable. And then your hand up to the sky maybe, and some of you will be able to look up to the sky. I find it easier to balance, just looking straight ahead. Your choice. And just see if you can stay there and breathe. And release. We're going to do one more round of this side to side, because that was a lot of training to get you into that. So let's take advantage of it. So when you're ready, I'm starting with my left leg coming up. Start to open the hip and the front, the left shoulder. Then I start thinking about, oh, now where's my leg in space? And maybe bring that top arm. And then try to push away from the chair. It's kind of counterintuitive, but try to push away from the chair. So I'm doing these balance poses to bring us back into balance. If for whatever reason you feel a little out of balance, this is also strengthening for the legs, the back, opens the neck and shoulders. We're going to release into that warrior 3 with the chair. And coming down, other side. If you're interested in seeing a moving version of this, you can look at my class from yesterday morning when I post it. It's standing hips. If you want to look, it's under the hip playlist. I'll be posting it hopefully today. So sorry, That warrior three, then open the hip, open the shoulders, and maybe adding the top arm. Now try to draw the belly in. You might find one side very much easier than the other. Can point that toe if you want, that might feel better. Could have that foot at a wall, which is a really nice variation. And hopefully this time it feels a little easier. You're going to derotate back to your warrior three with the chair and release, exhale. And we're just going to step back to that down dog at the chair. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten. Keep that going. And some of you might want to go into full Uttanasana, forward bend. Semi-inversion. Stretching out the spine. Coming up very gently, bend the knees, inhale halfway up, exhale, stay. Inhale the rest of the way. All right, so we're making very good progress. I want to do one more set related to these side bends. So we're going to bring our feet wide. And I'm going to turn out one foot. The other foot turned towards the same foot. So this is left, back foot also turned left, bending that left knee. Finding a warrior two, which some of you will know. Inhale, bring the arms up. So we're just going to start this way so you can get the pose. Exhale, align your shoulders. So again, that hand can be on the lower back if you prefer. So start with that. And then inhale, extend the arm nice and long, and perhaps open that front hip with that bottom arm. And we're just going to stay here. Or if you like, exhale, bend the elbow, turn the head. This is for neck and shoulders. Inhale. So we're working the whole body now, the hips opening, stretching one side of the back at a time. Opening the hips and opening neck and shoulders. If this is too much, come out of it at any time and go back in. Doing this around 6 times if you can. And then we're going to come, if we can, into a forward bend. Bring your hands in front. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten. And gradually coming up. And we're going to do the other side. Let's turn your feet towards your right. Finding that warrior two position. Just make sure you've got enough room to move your arms. So inhale, the arms coming up. Exhale, stretching to the side, aligning the shoulders. You can have that top hand on your lower back, palm up or down. Or if you like, extend as you inhale. And really stretch nice and long. My arm is in line with my leg, creating a lovely side angle. Now I'm going to open that hip. And from here, exhale, bend and turn. Inhale, straighten. Feel the hip opening, that front leg. Exhale. Feel a stretch in the side of the body. Perhaps doing this 6 times. And when you've finished, just coming forward, forward bend. Bend your knees if you like and straighten. And from here, if it's comfortable, swivel to your front foot, and we're going to end on the floor today, just for a change. And bring your legs back to a child's pose. If this is not comfortable, you can lie on your back and just hold your knees. If you want to get into your hips a bit more, you can bring your knees apart. It's a modification. Now, coming onto your back. We close on our back today. And if you've got that chair, you can put your legs up on the chair, or some of you can put your legs up on a wall. See what's most comfortable for you. In this position, I often like to put a belt along my thighs if you've got one available. You can put your legs up on a couch if you're at home. And just rest your spine after all that hard work we did. And we're just going to end with some long ohms. You can just listen. Om. Shanti means peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Bring your knees towards your chest. Roll onto one side. Or you can stay there a little longer if you have time. Thank you very much. Namaste.